Okay. Whoa, we whipped that around, didn't we? Hey, it's Allie. Yes, I'm in the same clothes as the last video. Yes, I am. Thanks for noticing. Literally 2 minutes has elapsed since I finished my wrap up, but I'm like, content baby. Let's just go. Let's just go. Let's record some stuff, right? The people don't care what I'm wearing. The people want to know what we're reading. And even if they don't want to know what I'm reading this month of August, I'm going to tell them anyways. Whew. Okay, so I just did so much talking. I just talked about books for 40 minutes, guys. So I don't know how much I'm going to tell you about each of these books that's on my TBR because looking at these piles of books, it's completely unattainable. Like, I don't know who I think I am or what kind of time I have, but wow, girl thinks she's gonna read a lot. I think I'm gonna read a lot. And that's fine. That's fine. So let's like get down to it. The first thing I'm gonna confess is I did not make it through my July. So if you watch my July TBR, I did not make it through all those books. You can tell from my wrap up I just posted. I did not make it through all those books. I made it through a lot of them though. I was proud of myself. But some of them I did not. So some of those are carrying over to this month. We'll just briefly look at them. We won't spend too much time talking about them. The majority of my books, I have a lot of library books I want to pump through this month. I'm like looking at them right now. A lot of thrillers. I've been on a thriller kick. I've been thrilling. I've been thrilling and chilling over here, you know? Thrilling and chilling. Okay, let's just jump in. Let's jump in with the rollover books, like rollover minutes. Do you remember that? Is anyone as old as me? Do you remember having rollover minutes on your flip phone and you would like, you'd be like, ooh, I saved like 40 minutes from last month. They're going to roll over to the next month. Anybody? Just me? Okay, well, these are my rollover books. Magnolia Palace. Haven't cracked it open yet. Excited to read it. And then I've got The Lifestyle, Taylor Hahn. Excited for this one. This is the one that we decided last month was based on Emma. So I'm going to pair these two together. I still don't know how that's possible, but I'm excited to find out. And The Cartographers by Pink Shepherd. I know this is beloved, so I can't wait to actually read that. I will read it this month. Okay, there are a couple more rollovers. I'm looking at the pile. Let me grab it. I have a pile of stuff I'm currently reading, so let me get that. So this is what I'm currently reading. I just started Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. I can already tell you I love it. I love it. I'm like 5 pages in and I had to stop because I was like, no, I have to annotate this book. I have to annotate this book. This book is a part of my heart. I love it so much. Whoa, I just like got really intense about that, but it's true. I love this book. Okay. So I'm reading it right now. Hopefully I'll have it done this week. I'm still halfway through Letters to a Young Poet. I know it's so short, so it's like ridiculous that it's taken me so long to read this Rilke, but I'm doing a lot of annotating and writing in the margins and all that gravy stuff. So I'll finish that. I mean, it's just going to take like one more time, but I don't know about you. But if I'm like annotating a book, I can't just like chill in bed and read and annotate. I feel like I kind of have to sit up and like be in study mode versus like, if I'm just reading something, I can like chill and lay and go much faster. So that's probably why I haven't picked that up because it feels a little more serious. I'm reading another Mary Oliver. I love Mary Oliver. Sorry, it's a library book. It's shiny. Why Awake Early. She is a kindred spirit. She is an amazing poet. I love her. I love her. And then also I've had on my nightstand, I started reading it, Norwegian Wood by Haruki Murakami. I know this is a lot of people, like they love this Murakami. I know it, but we'll see, we'll see. We'll see. First couple pages were okay. The only Murakami I've ever read was IQ 84. So I'm excited to like delve more into his library of works, but we'll just see. Well, I don't even know where I was going with that because I thought the first few pages were pretty good, but I'll tell you tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow hooked me way faster. So I'll definitely be reading that first. So I think that was it for carryovers. See, I told you there wasn't like a lot of carryovers. Um Oh, I think there were. There's another one. I'll tell you when we get to it. It's at the bottom though. I'm not gonna like just dig it out right now. So some of these are library books and some of these are my own, and that's a problem. That's a problem because library books always get read faster and are always prioritized because they're due, and then my own books just sit and like molding in the corner. Like, why are you ignoring me? Why are you ignoring me? You paid money for me. Why are you not reading me? You own me. And then it's embarrassing because people come to my house and are like, oh, you have so many books. Have you read all these? And I have to just like laugh in their face. Am I the only one? Please tell me I'm not the only one. Okay. So speaking of books I bought, I read Nevermore last month and loved it so much. So I got Wondersmith, The Calling of Morrigan Crow. This is a thrift books copy. So it's still like in the library jacket, but I own it. I do intend to read it because the last one went really fast. It was a fast read. It was so fun. Loved it. I ordered Margarita Montemore's first book called Asleep from Day. And I talked a lot about Margarita Montemore and her other two books, Acts of Violet and Una Out of Order, in my previous video. This is her first book, and it was hard to get my hands on it, actually. I wanted it from the library, but my library didn't have it. And it looks like it's by a different press, Black Wing Books. So I think, as your first book, maybe it was a smaller press, perhaps. I think it's a different is it a different press? Who's she published with now? Now this is like an important thing for me to know and to tell you, because I don't want to be telling you lies. Like, who's she with? Flatiron Books. So yeah, different. But this, okay, listen to tell me this doesn't sound good. Okay, tell me. Listen. Astrid can't remember the best day of her life. Yesterday. A traumatic car accident erases Astrid's memories of September 9th, the day she spent with an oddly charming stranger named Theo. Ever since, she's haunted by surreal dreams and an urgent sense that she's forgotten something important. One night, she gets a mysterious call from Oliver, who knows more about her than he should and claims he can help her remember. She accepts his help, even as she questions his motives and fights a strange attraction to him. In order to find Theo and piece together that lost day in September, Astrid must navigate a maze of eccentric Boston nightlife, from the seedy corners of Chinatown to a drug-fueled Alice in Wonderland-themed party to a club where everyone dresses like the dead. In between headaches and nightmares, she struggles to differentiate between memory, fantasy, and reality, and starts to wonder if Theo really exists. Eventually, she'll need to choose between continuing her search for him or following her growing feelings for Oliver. Astrid might go to extreme lengths to find out what she's lost, or might lose even more in her pursuit to remember, like her sanity. Shut up. What? What? Okay. Margarita. Okay. I can't wait. I think this is going to be a trip, and I can't wait, because her books are already like, I've said there's like a pinch of magical sci-fi situation, like something unexplainable always, and I love that. And I do feel like maybe her traditional publishers have made her tone it down a little, and so I'm kind of hoping this goes off the rails, in a good way, because I can't wait. I think it might be my favorite book. I think it's going to be a 5-star. Okay. Oh my God, guys, I have so many more books. I'm not going to read all these, you crazy person. Okay, it's fine. It's okay. We're fine. Let's kind of fly through these. So one of my favorite channels, Katie Coulson, you're out there. I love you. I love Katie Coulson. She has so much energy and she's so much fun. And even if the books she reads sound a little too scary for me, which like a lot of things are too scary for me, and it's just too bad for me. I miss out on a lot because I'm such a wuss. I love to listen to her. Like I said before in the last video, I love Jordaline. I love her. Like, I love to listen to them talk about scary stuff, even though I'm like so scared. But she mentioned this book and I had to buy it. Tinder is the Flesh. It is a book about a meat packing plant, I believe, but it's not packing your normal meat. It's packing human meat. Yes. Okay, this is like a tale of a dystopian future where we people eat other humans. It's a little bit. I think this was an award-winning novel in Argentina, and it sounds so good. The New York Times book review said it's powerful. Um, it's surprising, though it shouldn't be, how easy it is to critique our real life factory farm processes by mentally swapping a human for a pig or cow. One of the most potent indictments since Blood of the Beasts. Blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. So I think this is going to be a little bit of a thought provoker. I think it's going to be really, heard it's pretty graphic. So I'm putting like an adult rating on this one. But I'm excited to read it. So I'm going to get to that this month. I really am. Even though I own it and those books get thrown to the wayside. Same with Andy Weir's Project Hail Mary. I don't think I need to say a lot about this. Everyone's heard of it. I got to read it. I heard it's wonderful. I've got to read it. That's all there is to it. Most of the rest are library books, I think. Yep, we've got a pile of library books after this one. Hilda, whoop, next Hilda. It's already a 5-star. You already know. I love Hilda. I'm obsessed with Hilda. Can't wait. Hilda in the Stone Forest. And then after I read this one, I think I only have one more. Is that right? Because I've been buying them. It's kind of expensive. But I'm investing in my happiness. I'm investing in my future happiness. Hilda and the Mountain King is the last one. Yeah, so I have one more after this. So good. Okay. Library books. Let's do it. Let's go through these. This one I got like from the Kid in the Candy Store aisle, aka the new releases. Patricia Wants to Cuddle by Samantha Allen. And it's I think it's a love story, but also has a Bigfoot, right? Says it's a queer romp with a bombshell of an ending, horrifying and delightful, a real page turner. It's truly a book that made me laugh out loud. I loved every minute of it. Okay, here we go. Here's the genre. That was the wrong quote. That was not the quote I was looking for. The quote I was looking for says, well, I guess Bigfoot, lesbian, rom-com, mystery horror is my new favorite genre. So much fun. Okay, can't wait. Sign me up. It's going to be really good. Can't wait to read that. It's pretty short, too. Next one, I got another Tessa Bailey. I'm in my Tessa Bailey era. I can't help myself. And she's so good. Like, and she's written so much. But I'm like obviously making the mistake of working backwards through her catalog, which like I just don't recommend generally unless it's Riley Sager. I think Riley Sager's catalog actually has gotten worse the more he's written. But I don't think it's generally like the way you're supposed to do it. It happened one summer. Very excited. I feel like this book has been talked about to death, so there's not a lot for me to say. It's about a woman named Piper Bellinger, and she like ends up moving, I think, to Westport, Washington. She's like this like super wild child, paparazzi. I am a party girl. And she meets like a sea captain there, and I think they fall in love, and I think they're like, you know, she's like a party sunshine, and he's like a grumpy, and I like grumpy sunshine, so I think it'll be good. And Tessa Bailey makes me literally laugh out loud, so I think it's gonna be really good. I can't wait. Okay, this one I have to read. You Never Forget Your First, a biography of George Washington, because it's for book club this month. I'm in a Zoom book club at my library, and so this is I think it's like we'll use a Britishism. I think it's a cheeky biography of George Washington. Yeah, here. Alexis Coe energetically dusts off an old boys genre to present a life in full without sentiment or whitewashing. It's a public service, and it's also a lot of fun. So we'll try it. We gotta read it for book club. Gotta read it in like 2 weeks. All right, what's next? I'm tossing these on the bed over here, by the by. I'm not like, I would never abuse a library book. Ooh, that just like made me itchy thinking about hurting a library book. But yeah, I'm tossing them on the bed. It's okay. They're okay. Okay, Our Crooked Hearts. I think I saw somebody else talk about this. I saw it at the library and I just picked it up. This might be one that I don't make it to. I might just return it. Because I don't know how much YA I want to read this month, and I have like 4 YA books in this pile, and I haven't picked up YA in like a year or two. Not that there's anything wrong with YA. I still love YA, but like it hasn't been speaking to me. Let's see. So this is about a girl named Ivy, and weird stuff happens to Ivy. There's a mysterious stranger. There's a lot of unsettling events and eerie offerings and corroded memories. Whoa, we got a lot of adjectives here. So Ivy experiences a lot of disconcerting adjectives, and then we like realize like something weird's going on with her mom. Like, oh, she's inherited a legacy. Maybe witches? I don't know. We'll find out. Next, I saw Olivia reading this from Olivia Reads a Latte, and it's called Never Coming Home. It's not a vacation, it's a trap, and I think this is probably like Reckless Girls, but with influencers on an island, and it's a YA book instead of an adult book by Kate Williams. Okay. I don't know her, but she's written she's the author of The Babysitter's Coven. What is that? Wait. We're gonna put this on our list right now. I don't know how Olivia ended up feeling about this book. But it sounded interesting. And so, you know what? It's better off that I just don't know. That I just don't know how she feels about it. Because I'm going to read it and see how I feel. I'm going to read it. I love a good, like, what's going to happen to all these people on an island, And it says here, like, people who like Karen and McManus will enjoy this. And I only read The Cousins. And that was okay. It was a good read. It was fine. So I think that will be fine. Oh, okay. How to Keep House While Drowning, a little nonfiction baby, a gentle approach to cleaning and organizing. The title spoke to me. Are we all drowning? I'm not the only one, right? I can't be. I know we are. Whew. Well, let's get on the life raft. Let's read this book. Yeah, I am excited to read this because, like, come on. Okay, I just opened this page right here. Good enough is perfect. Like, yes, this is the messaging we need, right? That's amazing. Wow. Okay, I'm going to read a little bit. Can I read some to you? Are you okay with me doing a little bit of a reading? Here we go. So, throw away what you think care tasks should look like and work towards a way of doing them that works for you. The goal is not to do them to Martha Stewart standards. Your goal should be to get something functional out of your space. So while doing a pile of laundry may feel like an accomplishment, it is valid to launder 3 pairs of underwear as a form of self-care. You have full permission to do a little, do it with shortcuts, and do the bare minimum. Blah, blah, blah. And do the bare minimum. Perfectionism is debilitating. I want you to embrace adaptive imperfection. We aren't settling for less. We are engaging in adaptive routines that help us live and function and thrive. Good enough is perfect. This is like not just for your house. This is for your whole life. I'm not like pretending. I like feel like crying a little. That is so important. Perfectionism is debilitating. Good enough is perfect. And I need to remember that because I'm still like right now, I'm feeling like I'm just going to be like super real. Like I'm not pleased with the filming setup right now. Like I want to do my gaming here and I want to be doing my videos for books somewhere else. And I want to be like super cute in front of my bookshelf, like all the other people who talk about books. But I can't set that up right now. I don't have time in my life for that. And that's okay. Good enough, right? I'm disseminating the information I want to share. And I'm doing it with this cute little potato hanging here, so it's good. So yes, I feel like I'm gonna put this like right over here on top of my like currently reading because I need to read that. I'm gonna report back. Okay, next is I think this was another Katie Coulson rec. The Holo Places by T. Kingfisher. I've heard a lot about T. Kingfisher, and I'm scared. I think it's gonna be too scary. Okay. I'm just going to read a little synopsis, just a little, okay? Newly divorced and living back at home in rural North Carolina, Kara is helping out her ailing, eccentric Uncle Earl at his house, which doubles as a tourist hotspot. The Glory to God Museum of Natural Wonders, Curiosities, and Taxidermy. Legit, this book could just tell me everything that is in his museum, and that would be a good enough book for me, because that's the kind of stuff I love. But apparently there's like a mysterious hole in the wall, and then she and her friend like end up exploring the limitless depths of this bizarre and frightening new world. Okay, I'm scared. It's dangerous. A place of unyielding madness and terror, haunted by abysmal creatures. Okay. Do you guys think I can read this? I don't know. I'm scared. Okay, it's gonna be good. I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it, Katie Coulson. I'm gonna read it. Okay, next I'm already reading this. This should be in my reading. Final Girls. I'm trying to read all of Riley Sager's books because I want to tier rank them. I mean, there's only 6. Except, okay, get this. I want to read some of his other books because I think he wrote some other mysteries under a different pen name. And so I kind of want to compare them. Yeah, I think so. I think I'm going to try to compare them. Would that be fun? I think that'd be fun. But I do want to tier rank these. I mean, there's only 6, but like I said, we'll get his other pseudonym and we'll read those books too. Final Girls is fine. It's good. I don't know why I keep subjecting myself to Riley Sager books. I don't know why. Sorry, I'm having a little bit of an existential crisis. I'm like, why do I just keep settling for good enough when it comes to my books? That's good. I'm saving the worst for last. I think this one got panned last year. Survive the Night. And that's why I skipped it. I didn't read it. But now, I'm so close to having read all of them that I got it. Okay, this one. I've seen a lot of negative press about it. Youngblood. I've seen a lot of commentary about this, but I'm going to read it anyways because I think a lot of people have said this, but I agree. I'm like in a vampire phase. I'm in a I was a vampire. No, I wanted to be a vampire. I wanted to be a vampire. They're rebooting True Blood. Okay, I'm a True Blood fan isn't even the word. I am True Blood. No, I loved True Blood. I loved Eric. I loved Bill. I loved Sookie. I loved Pam. I loved Tara. Oh my God, I need to rewatch that show. It's such a good show. If you haven't seen True Blood and you're old enough to watch it, it's a mature show. I recommend it. They're rebooting it. HBO is rebooting it. Makes me a little nervous. None of the original cast is coming back, of course. Reboots are rarely better than the original, right? It's a rarity. But I need more vampires. Vampires fell out of fashion, I think. I need it. So we will read it. We will read it with a critical eye. I will keep in mind the commentary that I've heard about it already. And I will form opinions, and I'm very aware of, the bit of controversy surrounding that book. And lastly, I did not get to The Stars and the Blackness Between Them last month. So this was at the bottom of my library book pile. So I need to read that, and I actually need to prioritize that book to the top. That needs to go to the top of my TBR. Holy mackerel. Guys, that's all the books. That's all the books I'm going to read. I'm going to read all of them. Do I have more books than days? Literally, I might have more books right here than there are days in the month of August. Well, that is what it is. It is what it is. I want to know what you're reading this month. I want to know if you've read any of these books, and if you have, if you're like, yes, keep reading that, or no, you should definitely return that to the library. Please don't read that. It's a waste of your time. And if you say that about Riley Sager, I'll already say, I know it's a waste of my time, but I'm going to read it anyways. Because it just might not. It might not be a waste of my time. Probably, but maybe not. And again, when I say I hope you would pick the book up and you would say, this is 5 stars. I hope you love it. I hope people love every book they read. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Reading is so personal. There is a person for every book, and there's a book for every person. And I am not the person for Riley Sager, and Riley Sager books are not the books for me. I just don't think we go together. And yet I keep like square peg, circular hole. Like, that's where we are. Well, that's where we'll be. I gotta go. I got a lot of reading to do. Bye, guys.